Good evening, Dr. Schmitz. This is a redo of my first post, or the one that I was trying to get to you that having access issues. Evidently, I'm doing something wrong, so I'm trying to redo this again. But for the assignment for week four, just a summarization of what I've learned over the first 4 weeks of this course. I would say the first things that I would look at that I've learned, I guess, would be a rehash of the classical theory information that I've learned through, I guess, undergrad and graduate level work. So it just is more of a refresher. I guess some of the new things that I've learned, or I guess I'm trying to get in the concept of, is the more abstract concepts of postmodernism, modernism. Um, just for me, I'm a very linear person, so learning this information has been not a struggle, but very new and very, I guess, different than what I expected for organizational theory. I thought I was more, again, I guess, going back to the basics of classical, traditional organizational theories. Um, the Hawthorne stories, things of that nature. That seems to be more of what I'm accustomed to and more thinking of. But postmodernism, modernism, more abstract, more, I guess, soft skills necessary to lead and create organizational success and necessary. So those would be some. Those are some things that I'm learning, new things that I'm coming away with from the first 4 weeks. I feel like I have much more to learn. The first two or three concepts that I would take away and use at work. I guess the first one would be the systems thinking, the concept of thinking about how one's actions are basically really a reaction, but probably are an action that from something prior. Thinking about how and trying to get people to understand that though someone is reacting to their action probably was a reaction to something previous. So to not look at it just from one point of view, but think of it as a bigger picture. That is one thing that is very interesting to me, working in a union environment, trying to get that everyone buying in and working together aspect is key, but a uh, often miss opportunity. So with that, and then also again more of the postmodernism, I guess just again learning more about it and trying to figure out a way. Is there a way to meld postmodernism theory with classical? And because I feel like classical certainly still needs to be included. Yeah, we have moved away from the blue collar, I guess, conveyor belt mentality, but I've certainly and moved into a more analytical and service-based environment. But even with that, some of the key elements of classical theory, I think, shouldn't go away. They shouldn't just be shelved because they're old. So that's one thing that I would certainly want to see if I can bring together and mesh those together for the betterment of the organization. As far as possible dissertation research topics, I'm very much wanting to look into union environments and how they interact with specific leadership and management styles, specifically transactional, because that seems to be the main management tool that I've noticed throughout my career when dealing with union environments. Not so much transformational, unfortunately. Transformational seems to be more of the professional environment, and union work is usually shifted just to the goods, what can and cannot be done. As far as uh, instructor feedback, I value it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to go along this doctoral process, so any assistance or any kind of help along the way would be greatly appreciated. Sorry for the confusion with this upload. It has been extremely struggling for me, but I wanted to make sure I got it in ASAP. Thank you and have a safe evening.